Under the big top, a middle-aged circus manager is strangled by a horse, leading to a rash of unconnected symptoms. That sounds very interesting, but the most important question is, will we get a satisfying conclusion to the Cuddy's guitar subplot? There's only one way to find out. I think I just sat on a caramel apple. At least, I hope it's a caramel apple. Come on, Chase, can you try to enjoy this for me? Fine. Need to get some sleep. This stuff never gets old. Really? Wish you'd talk about me that way. Sometimes I think you're married to this damn circus. I mean, look at his jacket, he clearly is. Lucinda, what the hell? You're on in 5 minutes and you're not even ready. Oh, cool your jets, Richie. I'll be fine. Actually, I may need a little more time to prepare. Can I go on after Tristan the Magnificent? Are you kidding? We got a packed house today and you're pulling a diva act. Well, this diva happens to be your wife, and she's having insane cramps today, and she'd like you to cut her a little slack. Wonderful. I'm supposed to watch this show go down in flames, and all because you think you should get preferential treatment. Yeah, I do. Oh, come on. Do you know how much stress I'm under? I'm about to be strangled by a horse. Sure, but you're not the only one. Really, Lucinda? Really? You're gonna pull that nonsense with me? I've had it up to here with... Clyde, no, ease up, oh my god. It's okay, I'm a doctor. That was not a very good strangled by a horse artwork. I was hoping it would be a little bit funnier. I guess it's implied. Is he okay? No, he really isn't. Yes, he's got a clown nose, incredible. Oh my god, this game is so good. Was that the bite of 87? Look, I'm Patch Adams, but unlike Robin Williams, I'm intentionally funny. A circus impresario is mauled by a horse, but after Bozo is attacked, he has a clown car full of symptoms that don't match up. Go! He needs horse bites to live. Find the diagnosis, horse bites. Give him horse bites. Could be pulmonary emboli. Probably emboli. I can't pronounce all the medicine names. People are always commenting, you said the disease wrong. Just assume that they're gonna be said wrong, I apologize. That does fit all the symptoms, especially since he was the recipient of a lung transplant 2 years ago. He needs horse lungs to live. And in this corner, you're right. It's a possibility anyway. Come on. Come on. Bad luck. Hypoglycemia fits the symptoms. Hypoglycemia almost always occurs in diabetics, and Richie's not diabetic. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, may I introduce, for the first time on our stage, the woman who is totally wrong. Next. Find the possible diagnosis. I'm doing really bad. Cuddy's gonna be so pissed. Anaphylactic shock fits the symptoms. It can't be anaphylactic shock. I checked Mr. Kipling's file, and he doesn't have any allergies. Unless he's allergic to awful diagnoses. Take that, Cirque du Soleil. Oh my god, Cirque du Soleil. Next. House is on fire in this one. This is a great episode already. Mastocytosis explains the wheezing, fainting, and diarrhea. People are always wheezing in this game. Yeah, but it doesn't account for Richie's hypotension or abdominal pain. Or the pulmonary edema. Wow, Foreman. It's like you're a magician who just sawed his credibility in half. Come on, please. There we go, finally. Myocardial infection. Most of Richie's symptoms would be seen following an acute MI, leading to cardiogenic shock. A heart attack is an intriguing possibility. Makes my polka dot bow tie spin with delight. Obliterative bronchiolitis explains all the symptoms. Good work, 13. You hereby graduate from Clown College and onto Clown Medical School or something. You didn't have that one planned out. You need more training in this field. Sorry, Cuddy. Cuddy's pissed. Which one do you want us to test for? All three. Foreman, work some close-up magic on a VQ scan to test for pulmonary emboli. Taub, you do the ECG tightrope act to test for myocardial infarction. Was it infraction or infarction? I'll never know. And 13, if those two tests come up blank, why don't you do a nude spirometry test for OB? Why do they get circus metaphors and I get a nude reference? Because I don't want to see them naked, duh. So, what are we doing here? We think you may have pulmonary emboli, Mr. Kipling, so we're doing a VQ scan first. We inject you with radioactive albumin, and then we'll scan your lungs to detect the radioactive particles. Am I gonna glow in the dark? No. Just joking. Never mind. Let's do this. No. Your performance has been shaky. Yes, okay, Cuddy, thank you. Compare the normal perfusion scan on the left with Richie's perfusion scan on the right. Indicate anything out of the ordinary on Richie's perfusion scan by clicking on either image. Maybe a career in medicine was a bad decision. What? I failed from spam clicking? Spam clicking fails you? That shouldn't happen. Come on, try harder even looking. No, I'm spam clicking. Did I win? There's one more. I don't know. Where is it, Foreman? Foreman, help me. There it is. Scan complete. Guess it's not as bad as if you've killed the patient. $78, that's not bad. Next, we have to do a ventilation scan. What's that? We scan your lungs while you inhale gas. Gas? So what, you eat beans beforehand? Excuse me? Wow, you doctors have lousy senses of humor. Oh, don't worry. When you meet Dr. House, you'll find a real jokester. Shut up, Foreman. I'm trying. I'm trying my best to not try. Click every pixel. Click every pixel. Is it on this long? Is it on the edge, maybe? Yeah. You're wasting time and money. Next time, get it right. The hospital is $30 million in debt due to my poor gameplay. Looks like you don't have a pulmonary emboli. Now what? Now we keep testing. One of my patients just accused me of having illegible handwriting. Says he can't read his prescriptions. Does that look illegible to you? Okay, you're his friend. Apparently you can actually stomach him. Hello to you too. House is driving me bonkers trying to find out why I bought that guitar. And you want me to do what exactly? Tell me what to do. I'm neutral here. I'm Switzerland. There's no way I'm touching this, not with a 10-foot pole. You got your guitar back. Come on, don't you see I'm the victim here? Fine, but we're in agreement that this conversation never happened, okay? Fight fire with fire. Go on. Look, you want to get the house? Sink to his level. Don't back down. Huh, interesting. So, what's on the menu for today, guy? We think that when you were roughed up by the horse, you might have had a myocardial infarction. It was infarction. Come again? We think you may have had a heart attack, so we gotta perform an ECG. Don't you think I'd know if I had a heart attack? You'd be surprised. Perform the ECG by tracing the pattern with your cursor where indicated. As the patterns appear, move the cursor through them in the direction indicated. What on earth? Like this? Okay, yeah, that's weird. You can tell this is made for the Nintendo DS originally. It's a very DS minigame. So he has a marker drawing on his stomach. Okay, for this test, I'll have to poke your stomach with a Nintendo DS stylus. How's that feel? Is that mildly uncomfortable? Yeah? Okay, good. The test is working as planned. What a thrilling minigame. It's no purse chase. Sure is a lot of these. I'm speeding up. I'm getting sloppy. Whoa, whoa, whoa! They're trying to switch it up on me in the last second here? Come on. It's complete. Let's take a look at the results. Well, your heart rate and rhythm are within normal limits. We can rule out MI. Ha! What'd I tell you? I knew it wasn't no heart attack. Yes, you are a super genius. Congratulations. Richie tested negative for... Wait, I'm doing it. Thank you, Halo Lover, for subscribing. Come on, House, this is ridiculous. What's ridiculous is that when I went into medicine... Hang on. What's ridiculous is that I went into medicine when I clearly could have raked in a fortune joining the circus. I could have been billed as the amazing balancing gimp. he threw the ball at him. Ow. House, you did it on purpose. Come on. Okay. Let me use my ESP. Let me see. Krusty the Clown tested negative for both pulmonary emboli and MI. Am I right? He could still have obliterative bronchiolitis. That's true, human nose. Since he had a lung transplant a couple of years ago, his body could be rejecting the lung, which would point to OB. OB could also have been brought on by acute trauma, like being strangled by a horse. He wasn't strangled, though. He was bitten. Did the bite, cut off his breathing, I guess? Good point, unicyclist. Are you just going to refer to us by circus freak show names? God, I hope so. Until it no longer amuses me, real-life African tribesmen, I regret it. I regret it so much. Please stop, House. Come on, House, that's offensive. House, please stop. I take back what I said. Please stop with the nicknames. You're right, human nose. 13, test Richie for OB. What happened to my circus name? Got old. Thank goodness. Right again, human nose. Well, Mr. Kipling, looks like you may have obliterative bronchiolitis, so we're going to do a spirometry test to confirm. You know, I've come up with a way to get through these tests. What's that? I mentally solve my crossword puzzle. It keeps my brain sharp. Oh, that sounds pretty relaxing. It is. Hey, what's a 5-letter word for Joker, House? It's me, House. I sound like Joker. Joker is 5 letters. Yeah, but another word for it. Wait, no, I got it. Cut up. Hey, you're pretty good. Damn straight. Now let's get started. Hook me up. I was worried I had to solve a crossword puzzle. Press the indicated buttons as the icons fall into the flashing activated areas. Oh, it's just DDR again? Okay. Woo, spirometry! Now this is gaming. Oh. He's juggling. How's he doing it? What a blowhard. Phase 2 complete. Like how it's called the breathinator. I just noticed that. Ah, Perry the Platypus. It seems you have pulmonary bronchiosis. Here, I can help you. Just blow into my breathinator. It can diagnose every known disease. What? Doofenshmirtz? That doesn't seem very evil. Ah, but then I have started my own health insurance company. I will charge for insurance. The rates will be sky high. They will blow into my machine, and they will think they have a new disease, but in reality, it is a fake disease I made up, and the coverage costs $1 trillion. Spirometry test completed successfully. Impressive. You sure you're not showing off? What's the 8-letter surname of Jurassic Park author Michael Crichton? Mr. Kipling, your results are abnormal. It's probably OB, but we don't know what's causing it. And that means, well, that means you gotta keep testing. Oh, Crichton, Michael Crichton. All right, clinic duty. Well, Mr. Kirby, what seems to be... Phil, I tried to warn you. You shouldn't have sold it. Now, I've been looking into Marston Motor Corporation. They're a comer. You should pounce on it. Also... Whoa, what the hell, man? Hold on a minute, Phil. Somebody's gifting subs. Tony Dugmore, thank you for gifting subs to Unity7 and Noble Mantis. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't fully introduce myself. Maybe I forgot my voice. He'll call you back. Now, what seems to be the problem? Oh, you have got some nerve, pal. I'm your doctor. Either you let me treat you or I walk out of here, your choice. Know what? I like you. We could use more guys like you at Ditko Nodell. That's great, because I clearly crave your approval. Now, can you tell me what's wrong with you? My legs really hurt. I think something's seriously wrong. What's wrong with your legs? Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Halo Lover, thank you for gifting another sub to Craig. You can be Craig Mazin, the writer of the Borderlands movie. How stiff have you been getting? And I mean your joints, not in the way you get stiff when you watch The Apprentice. Pretty stiff. Need to concentrate to stand up straight. Have you ever had a blood transfusion? No? Wrong question. How old are you? 25, why? Is it like an age-related thing? How much pressure can I put on your leg before it starts to hurt? For example, can I put pressure on it by telling it it's under suspicion of being involved in a Ponzi scheme? Not much. It gets worse every day. Tony, thank you for giving a sub to Omni Bran. You can be Omni Man. Remember Omni Man from the show that I haven't watched? Have you gone out of the country recently? No. You have any food allergies? Not that I know of. Come on, house. When did your legs start to hurt? Was it when you were humping the Wall Street Bull? It was when I was on the treadmill just a few days ago. No comment from House. Oh, he's drooling. Does he have weird spinach in his teeth like every other clinic patient so far? Or is it just drool? Is it merely drool? Excessive sweating. Let's take a look at that drool. Salivation. Have you been exposed to radiation recently? No. How many children do you have? None. Do you engage in a lot of dangerous activities, other than gambling with other people's money, that is? I enjoy rock climbing, skydiving, and I run the New York Marathon every year. Sounds like you're active, and not just because you're actively bilking people. It's the only thing that makes me feel alive. A couple months ago, I fell off a cliff. Literally, my body was like one big open sore, and it felt amazing. You jumped off a cliff. I think I know your problem. The problem is, you jumped off a cliff. Look, let me break it down for you in a language you can understand. This is your body, and this is what you're doing to your body. Snaps pencil in half. Any questions? Sorry, I was out of eggs and frying pans, or else I could have made that demo much clearer. What are you saying? I'm responsible for this? You're a danger junkie, Mitch. The skydiving, mountain climbing. You've got more bruises on more bruises on you than a trailer trash housewife. Okay, so what do I do? Take a nap for maybe 6 months. But I need this. Sure, if you want to kill yourself, you definitely need this. If you want to reach your next birthday, then you don't need it. No, hell no, that doesn't work for me, because then I come home from work and I have all this pent-up anger and tension. Might I suggest Call of Duty Black Ops 6 online? Listen, take some of the cash you have socked away in a Swiss bank account and buy yourself a trip to the spa. But doctor's orders. Mr. Kipling, this is called a plethysmograph. You have to get inside and breathe into a mouthpiece while we record your airflow measurements. No problem. With all the tests I've been going through, I'm getting to be a pro at this. Okay, Richie, now you just have to stop breathing. He's going into respiratory failure. Hurry, do this one again. All right, this one is first, right? Yeah, you first. Then tube his throat. Get that tube in there. Is it in? Get in there. Is it the tip? There we go. I can never line this part up right. There we go. I got it perfect. Nice and easy. Stay on target. If this patient dies, I can't make any more clown jokes. He needs Joker makeup to live. I want to know how he got these scars. OB's still our best candidate, but what's causing it? Get Shakes the Clown on a respirator. What are you hiding? You know, Richie, in the condition you're in, you could be an attraction at your own circus. The guy who can hardly breathe. Oh my God, is he okay? Yeah, he's laughing. Guess he thinks I'm funny. Richie always did like sick humor. I'm going to need to know a few more things about Richie if we're going to get to the bottom of his breathing difficulties. Do you ever exercise, Richie? Do you ever go jogging on the tightrope or take the unicycle out for a spin? He's supposed to, but he never actually does. Do you go to all of your doctor's appointments? I know you're on the road most of the year, but maybe one of the clowns can give you a checkup with a squirting stethoscope. It's hard, but we have a few different doctors across the country that are familiar with Richie's case. Do you have a history of asthma or any other breathing problems in your family? And since you're circus folk, do you have an asthma inhaler that honks when you squeeze it? That's kind of weak, House. That was not the best. He doesn't have a history of breathing problems. Are you able to breathe normally when you swim? And falling into a dunk tank doesn't count as swimming. Richie hasn't been swimming in years. Are there other smokers in the circus? Could you be getting secondhand smoke? No, I've made certain that no one smokes anywhere near Richie. Do you hyperventilate during stressful situations, like when one of your magicians gets mauled by his own tiger? He does get stressed sometimes, but it doesn't give him breathing problems. Have you come into contact with any smoke machines? No, other people handle those. Can you think of any other reason why you might be having these breathing problems? You haven't been swallowing swords, have you? He has no idea, neither do I. I mean, he's doing everything correctly. Has Richie gained weight recently, or does he bill himself as the world's thinnest fat man? No, he stays trim. I make sure of that. How many times a day does Richie eat? 3 meals a day. That sounded like a lie. She said, When you say that Richie's doing everything correctly, what do you mean? And good God, don't tell you mean he's doing everything correctly in bed. I mean he's eating healthy foods. He stopped eating all that junk food. Is Richie on a special diet, like a all rubber chicken diet? Other than trying to purge all the artificial crap from his system? No. Is Richie taking all of his medication when he's supposed to? And I know he runs a circus, but Pirelli's Miracle Elixir does not count as medication. Yeah, he is. Has Richie been having memory problems? Does he remember how many rings there are in a 3-ring circus? No more than any normal man his age. You and Richie aren't having any marital problems, are you? Is Richie blowing someone else's kazoo? No, but what does that have to do with anything? You seem nervous. Why is that? Are you on the run from the clown mafia? Afraid they're gonna have you fitted for oversized cement shoes? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Dr. House. What are you saying? Oh, that was the end. Okay, that he got no information at all. Either Richie's wife married a saint, or she's in denial about how correctly he's doing everything, and since she was shaking more than Cuddy after a night with me, I think it's safe to say she's nervous about something. Think Cubby's hiding something? Check his office. See if he's been using drugs, alcohol, or anything else that would make a grown man want to work in a circus. Dr. House, any idea where I can get a drink of water? Oh, hi. The water fountain's to your right, down the hall. Thanks. Bye. Wow, Foreman, she thinks you're cute. Come on, she's a happily married woman. Don't you and 13 have a job to do? Yeah, sorry. We need to get into Richie's office. How? We can't just wake the guard up and ask him to give us his keys. Who said anything about waking him up? I've got an idea. Wow, this circus really looks spooky at night. Hey, when you were a kid, did you ever think clowns were just plain creepy? I guess so, why? When I was little, I saw a clown on TV remove his makeup and it gave me nightmares for a week. My mom says it's because I thought he was taking his face off. What do you think? I think, ah! Oh, good, you found Richie's office. Well, this has ruined any fantasies I had about circuses being a playful children's wonderland. Let's see what we can find. Come on, Joker. Give me some Joker. Oh no, my clown fantasy is ruined. I thought clowns didn't eat Slim Jims, but now I know the truth. Final clue, where are you? Final clue, where are you? If I were the final clue to the clown's life, where would I be hiding? Aha, the candy bar. Looks like we hit the mother lode. Let's take all this stuff back to house. Man, if I have to eat any more of the slop they call food in this place, I'm gonna jump off a building. Don't worry about it, okay, babe? Just don't worry. Hey, there he is. Dr. House, any word on what's wrong with my husband? Yeah, he's cheating on you with rich, creamy nougat and bacon fat. Richie, what's going on here? Well, see, that's not mine. We found this in Richie's office. You snooped around in my office? You weren't actually telling us anything worthwhile, so then you got all Darth Vader with your respiratory problems and you couldn't tell us anything, period. Anyway, now I'm afraid you'll have to talk. Apology accepted, Commander Kipling. Richie, what are these ashes? Are they the remains of the human cannonball? I don't know what those ashes are. Do you burn wood for anything? No, why do you ask? How can you not know what these ashes are? We found them in your office. How should I know? There are a zillion people going in and out of my office all the time. Have you ever had any office fires recently? Of course, that's a downside of having employees who literally play with fire. No, I don't think so. Have you been burning documents, trying to destroy evidence? No, I keep all my paperwork. Why? Were you smoking cigarettes in your office? Are you kidding? I had a lung transplant a couple years ago. I know I'm not supposed to be smoking. What am I, an idiot? Were you smoking anything other than cigarettes in your office? Of course not. Well, hold on, Richie. What about the time last week when I smelled pot outside your office? Yeah, Richie, what about that? Oh, that. Barry the Clown was smoking weed, and we put his roach out as soon as he came into my office. Barry the Clown. Let's go interview Barry the Clown. Does Barry the Clown use any other addictive substances? Does he chain smoke exploding cigars? How should I know? I'm not his nursemaid. How much junk food do you eat? Not too much. I sneak in a little here and there. How long ago did you jump back on the junk food wagon, Richie? And did the junk food wagon have Oreo wheels? I guess a few months ago. I've been under a lot of stress. Ever since your lung transplant, have you taken any drugs? Have you tried any white powder, aside from clown makeup? I would never put anything bad into my system, well, except for junk food. I'm not too happy with you right now. I know, babe, but I'll go cold turkey on the junk food, for real this time. Actions speak louder than words, you know. I'll believe it when I see it. Anyway, it's better than the hospital food in this place. I told you, don't worry about that stuff, okay? Yeah, if you think that's bad, wait till all gruel Wednesday. So, who's Barry the Clown? My oldest friend at the circus. He's been with us for, about 25 years. I don't get it. Why did Dr. Cuddy give you this guitar? Is this what they are giving out instead of promotions these days? Know what? I'm not going to question it. This is the coolest work-related gift I've ever gotten. Do you realize how much this guitar is worth? It's a classic. Something wrong, House? Was that it? Was that the guitar explanation? That can't be the conclusion to the guitar plotline. It can't just be a gift for someone. That's her playing games, because Wilson told her to play games. So she's setting up a good reveal with the guitar, hopefully. Show's over, folks. Sorry. No, I didn't come for a show. I'm part of Richie Kipling's diagnostic team at Princeton Plainsboro Hospital. My name's Dr. Chris Taub. Richie, how is he? Well, that's what I'm here about. Any idea why Richie is having these breathing problems? Well, he does eat lots of junk food. That can't help. Richie says you were smoking weed in his office. Is that true? That lying jerk. No, I don't smoke weed. God, just because I look a certain way, everyone thinks I'm high. Listen, Richie may be dying. We need to know if you were getting high in his office. Okay, fine. Sometimes me and Richie smoke a little weed. Does Richie just smoke weed, or does he also use other drugs? Nope, weed is pretty much as far as that dude goes. Funny, he told me something similar. Oh wait, no. Nope, joke with Dr. House told me once we got the diagnosis to get rid of him. How'd you get the weed? How is that relevant? How much weed does he smoke? We share one joint, not much. How often does Richie smoke? I'd say once a week. Don't you feel guilty? Richie's a grown man making his own decisions. I'm not forcing anything on him. Anyway, pot is not as bad as tobacco. Do you use a bong? No, Lucinda would find it in a second. Has the weed ever made him cough or given him breathing problems? Well, no, but marijuana's medicinal, right? Thanks, Barry. Hey man, listen, don't judge Richie for smoking weed. It's just running a circus is a pretty high-pressure gig. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. So, what'd you learn from Sideshow Bob? Barry the Clown said he smokes weed with Richie once a week. Wow, this is an interesting wrinkle. How so? Well, it's stupid to smoke the wacky tobacco when you're a transplant recipient. Puts you at risk for all sorts of dangerous fungal infections. Tell Chase and Cameron to test Mr. Soggy Bottom for invasive pulmonary aspergillosis. And what if it is an IPA? Good question. Tom takes specimens for a bronchoalveolar lavage, just in case. Oh, I really don't like the looks of that thing. It's a bronchoscope. We think you might have a fungal infection called IPA, so we gotta do a bronchoscopy. Now, I'm gonna need you to open your mouth wide so I can insert this in your airways. You gotta be kidding. Just relax. I understand you like crossword puzzles. Yeah, I like to solve them in my head. He's becoming Barry the Clown. Well then, try this. 10 letters, sweet-smelling candy. Explore the patient's lungs. I remember this one kinda, okay. It to shoot down all of his weird pustules in his throat. Eliminate targets. This is the AC-130 minigame and House the Game. I got 2 tangos in the laryngitis. Copy that, engaging. Copy that, bronchoscope. Nothing out of the ordinary here. No need to biopsy it. All anomalies found. Let's move deeper into the lungs. Needs the Ace Combat lock-on sound. Mobius 1, Fox 2. Battleship Tanager, sunk. Battleship Beowulf Pie, sunk. He's deploying flares. Radio failure. All anomalies found. Move deeper. Get into his lungs. Get in there good. There's one up there. Blast him. Blast him. Switch to the 50 millimeter. Tank goes down. Splashed you bad guys. Under 2-1, you are not cleared to engage the church, over. What is the call sign in the COD for AC-130 part? Because it's not Hunter 2-1. It's not base plate. I don't know what it is, I forget. Guess it's not as bad as if you've killed the patient with an AC-130. How we doing, Richie? Still with us? Peppermint. Excuse me? 10 letters. Sweet-smelling candy. Peppermint. I solved it. Wow, you're good. School children watched in horror as Richie Kipling, owner of the Kipling Carnival Circus, was mauled by one of his own horses minutes before the performance was about to begin. The victim is in serious condition at Princeton Plainsboro Hospital. Lisa Darrow, Action 9 News. That's the best picture they got of him. That's his picture? Come on, man. House, we're still waiting on the results of the bronchoscopy. Well, as long as you're not busy, let's watch some TV, make lewd comments about Lisa Darrow of Action 9 News, and figure out what else our patient might have. They gotta go interrogate the horse. Could be asthma. Does explain the respiratory difficulties, but not the other issues. Good work, Taub. You've been promoted from buffoon to buffoonish. Could be cardiac arrhythmia. It would explain most of the symptoms. Not a stretch to see a guy like that having heart trouble. True, his ticker's probably so used up, he's waiting for the Wizard of Oz to give him a new one. If he only had a brain. That'd be a good insult for when they had the wrong thing. We still can't roll out IPA. Not until we get the test results back anyway. Hold on. His eyes were bloodshot, itchy nose, scratchy throat. How could I have missed it? House, you want to let us know what you're talking about? Damn it, Foreman, you're blocking the screen. Wait. You're covering up the screen? Yeah, I get it. I'll move. The horse strangulation covered up the real issue. Which is? Anaphylactic shock. This is your best effort. Get out of here. I'll finish this up myself. And this guitar is not for you. What? We've been looking in the wrong place. How much do you want to bet it's just a simple allergen? But Richie doesn't have any allergies. Oh yeah? And when was the last time he was tested for allergies? 3 years ago? But it might not even be anaphylactic shock. Well, we haven't done a RAST test. Good idea, we should order a RAST test. In the meantime, while the patient is still alive, we've got to figure out which one of these clowns is juggling with Richie's innards. House, you gotta come quick. It's Richie. He's having trouble breathing. Dr. House, do something. Treatment. Who's got the treatment? Your performance has been shaky. Yeah. Medicate the patient. He needs medicine to live. Are you cured yet? How about now? Are you cured yet? Now let's try additional medication. Dr. House is the only one good enough at Guitar Hero to save the patient. They tried to save money by getting Guitar Hero themed medical equipment, but nobody on their staff is good at Guitar Hero. Oh, we're going down. It's getting crazy. I want to go back to the bronchioscope or whatever it was called, the breathing one. I like that one better. %. See, House is good. He's not good at guessing what disease they have, but once the disease is identified, he's really good at pumping various colors of printer ink into their bloodstream. Okay, great job, but wipe that confident smirk off your face. Anaphylactic shock. It's as plain as the crumbs on your gown. Speaking of which, where'd these crumbs come from anyway? I don't know. What they served me for lunch, I guess. I found this on Richie's hospital gown. I have a feeling the trail of breadcrumbs leads to Richie's wife, the horse whisperer. I'll see what I can get out of her. Hi, Mrs. Kipling? Yes, you're one of Dr. House's associates, right? I am. Listen, your husband just went into anaphylactic shock, which greatly narrows the list of things that could be wrong with him. Well, that's good, right? Yes, but it also means he's allergic to something. But he doesn't have any allergies. Well, we're going to a test to find out for sure, but while we're waiting for the results, we could use your help. Is there a history of allergies in Richie's family? Not that I know of. Has Richie been exposed to any of the more common allergens like bee stings, peanuts, or penicillin? Well, of course, but he's not allergic to any of those things. Is Richie allergic to plants like ragweed? No, not at all. You have any pets? No, but the circus is full of animals. Why? Do you think Richie could have a latex allergy? I wouldn't think so. He's been exposed to latex gloves constantly during his hospital stay. You're right, that was the plot of a previous episode. We're going asbestos. Is there an asbestos problem in the circus? No, why? Are there a lot of cockroaches or other allergen-carrying bugs in the circus? No. Has Richie ever been allergic to pollen or other seasonal allergies? No, and I've known that man for 20 years. Let's go routines. Has Richie's routine changed recently in any way? Other than our location changing because we travel so much, everything's been the same. Is there anything you could have done that would have accidentally triggered the anaphylactic shock? Impossible. I've been Richie's #1 coach and support system during the past 5 years, ever since he started having medical issues. As Richie's support system, have you gotten him to curb his bad habits? Oh yeah, I got him to stop smoking. Any bad habits you changed for him? I stopped biting my nails. Does that count? How do you feel? How did you feel when you found out he was smoking pot again? Let's just say he's still in the doghouse. I do everything for that man, and this is how he repays me? Listen, Dr. Hadley, my husband is a schmuck, but he's my schmuck. Please, don't let anything happen to him. I'll do my best. What'd you find out? Did you use circus-themed marital aids? No. But I did notice a sandwich in her purse she kept trying to hide. Get the sandwich. Get me that sandwich and we'll find the source of the breadcrumbs. Could be peanut butter in the sandwich. But how will I get the sandwich? You won't. I'll have to send someone else in. Someone who's able to use his masculine wiles to distract and console Lucinda. Come on. Sorry, Foreman. Lucinda thinks you're super delicious. It's your cross to bear. I did like you asked, Dr. House. Quit the skydiving, the mountain climbing, the drag racing, everything. But the pain in my legs just got worse. Now they won't even move. I think I'm paralyzed. Guess I made a bad prediction about how your future would turn out, but then again, that never happens to you Wall Street guys, does it? Just tell me what's going on. I'm a friggin' gimp. We prefer to be called Gimp Americans. Just sit tight and I'll check you out. Bite mark. Mouse bites? Where'd you get that bite mark? I mean, I heard you people were vampires, but I thought that was a metaphor. Oh, that. My dog bit me a while back. He needs dog bites to live. So many animal bites in this one. Can you move your legs at all? If a 60 Minutes interviewer showed up to do a story on investment fraud, how quickly would you run out of here? I can't move them without a lot of pain. How many times a week do you jog? Usually 3 or 4. Do you have problems concentrating or focusing? No. What does that have to do with anything? Has the pain spread anywhere else, like to your conscience? Oh wait, you don't have one of those. No, the pain hasn't spread anywhere else. What about your eyeball? The moral of this episode is don't get bit by an animal. It's not gonna go well. When did your skin first start to get thick and shiny? I don't know, a few days ago? So you didn't think it was important to mention to me you've been bitten by a dog? What do you mean? The dog bite healed weeks ago. The dog bite was covered up by your bruises. If I noticed it sooner, I could have diagnosed you quicker. So, you know what's wrong with me? You have complex regional pain syndrome. What is that? CRPS is a rare condition which causes chronic pain long after the minor injury that triggered it has healed. You're in a wheelchair because Marmaduke decided to have stockbroker for dinner. So, what can I do? Treatment's pretty simple. I'll start you on analgesics to relieve the pain and corticosteroids, sure, to reduce the inflammation. Meanwhile, you'll want to come for a surgical sympathectomy, which is a procedure that destroys the affected sympathetic nerves that are causing you all this pain. I gotta warn you, however, other sensations might be destroyed as well. Anything to be back to normal. True, in your line of work, the more sensations are deadened, the better. Dr. Foreman, is there any news? No, not yet. I'm so sorry. You must think me quite the fool. No, not at all. You're just going through something really difficult. Thanks for understanding. You're such a nice young man. I'll keep you updated. Bless you, Dr. Foreman. Yes! It's back with different music. It's got different music. Oh my God. All right. Escort the sandwich. Let's go sandwich. Woo! This is the most incredible game ever made. This game is so good. Go sandwich, go. Whoa! He needs bologna to live. Why did he have to trick her? Why did he have to deceive her to get the sandwich? Why couldn't he just ask for the sandwich? Well, well, well. If it isn't the holy grail of sandwiches. Tastes strange, like seeing Cuddy naked strange. It has margarine in it and some kind of jam. Strawberry? Grape? No, more exotic. A foreign fruit of some sort. Let me see that. Maybe it's lychee? Hold on. No, it's cashew. What? How do we go from jams to cashew? I've been reading up on the case, and it turns out the donor of Richie's lung had a cashew allergy. And your point is? Well, it's been documented that in some rare cases, traits can transfer from a donor to a recipient. So, if Richie's donor had been handsome, suddenly he'd wake up looking like Christian Bale? Laugh if you want, but I bet you there's cashew in that jam. I'll give you $50 if I'm wrong. Neil. So, if I die, Richie, don't you dare talk like that. Look, I just want to tell you that if I die, you don't have to wait to remarry. Shut up, I'm not remarrying. Dr. House, what can we do for you? You need cashews to live. Lucinda, have you been sneaking in food to Richie here in the hospital? No, of course not. Come on, be honest. Something he's been eating recently might be killing him. Fine. She's been sneaking me all kinds of foods. Richie. Hey, my health's at stake, okay? Dude, why does everyone withhold information from him? Tell him. Richie, do you watch your cholesterol level? Do you watch Prescription Passion? Because I love that show. I try to watch my cholesterol. Does Lucinda feed you many soy products like soy cotton candy or soy wax lips? No. What kind of foods has Lucinda been sneaking you? Popcorn, peanuts, Cracker Jacks? Lots of them, like my favorite sandwiches, which are made with a special jam from Brazil. Lucinda, have you ever been to Brazil? I've never been to Brazil. Neither have I. Sorry, Brazil. How'd you get a hold of this exotic jam, Lucinda? Did you have to play with the snake charmer's python? The circus knife thrower, Tristan the Magnificent, introduced it to me. How long have you been ordering this Brazilian jam? Were you ordering it back when Richie's terrible jokes were still considered a funny? Just a few months. And where did Tristan get the jam? He's Brazilian, so he got it in care packages from his family. What's the salt content of the jam? Not that salty. How often does Richie eat the jam? Do you just feed it to him to shut him up when he's annoying you? I don't know, a few times a week. Why? What's in the jam? Hopefully it's not made from his own natural juices, because that's just gross. Tropical fruit. Do either of you drink fruit smoothies, or are smoothies not sleazy enough for circus folk? No, I've never had a smoothie. What, you've never had a smoothie in your life? What? Yeah, no, what? Huh? Why do they think that fruit smoothies are gross? What? Do you have any other foods that are made from tropical fruits, like a mango-flavored hamburger? No, why do you ask? They don't like smoothies? Which specific tropical fruits are in the jam? Let's see, pineapple, passion fruit, and other mystery fruit. Mystery fruits? What kind of mystery fruits? The company that makes the jam doesn't give the full recipe. Hey, just one more thing that's bothering me. Do you have the contact information for the jam company? Sure, Tristan gave it to me to directly order from them. They're called the Lewin Foods Corporation. You can reach them at this number. Call Lewin Foods. Find out what's in that jam. Gladly. And start setting aside that $50 for when you had to pay up. You wish. Lewin Foods, Senior VP Bertel Silva's office. May I please speak to Mr. Silva? This is he. Mr. Silva, this is Dr. Eric Foreman from Princeton Plainsboro Hospital, New Jersey. I'm calling to ask you about your car's extended warranty and what's in your jam, by the way. What's this about? I just need to ask you a few questions. What's in your jam? Sorry, sir. That's a secret recipe. Are you aware of the labeling laws for American foods? Are you aware we're not American? This is a matter of life and death. I really need to know what the ingredients are. How do I know it's really a matter of life and death? Would you like me to fly my dying patient down so you can see for yourself? No need to be morbid. Do you want me to send you something on the hospital letterhead? That could be forged. If someone dies because of your jam, would you be willing to go to jail for withholding this information? Okay, I'll tell you one of the ingredients, but that's all I'm legally able to tell you. Why is this jam so special? You would know if you tasted it. Any other questions? How many ingredients are in the jam? 3. It doesn't matter to you that a man could die? Of course it does, I'm not an animal. Please, can you tell me the ingredients? A man's life is at stake. Tell you what, since it's so important, I'll tell you all the ingredients. The jam is made from almost 30% pineapple, 20% Spanish lime, and almost 50% passion fruit. Why do you say almost? Is there a 4th ingredient? I really can't divulge that information. Need I remind you that someone could die and you could go to jail? Fine. The 4th ingredient is 1% juice from a cashew apple. Thanks, Mr. Silva. You may have just saved someone's life. So there's no need to involve lawyers, is there? No. That's good, for you I mean. Our legal department would mop the floor with you. Good day. Circus of the Scars is suffering from anaphylactic shock. House, we already know that. What caused the allergy? An allergen. Yeah, but which allergen? His cashew allergy. Oh, you mean like Foreman guessed? Yeah, Foreman's a genius. The allergy was set off by the cashew apple juice in the jam. Are you happy now? Ecstatic. Here's your stupid cashew apple juice blood money. Getting lots of use out of that throwing animation. What is a cashew apple? A cashew apple is the fruit of the cashew tree. It's a pear-shaped accessory fruit, or a false fruit, that develops from the receptacle of the cashew flower. Wow, someone's done their homework. Yeah, blah, 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 cashew apple. Anyway, when our patient got his lung transplant, he received a lung from a person who was allergic to cashews, and he inherited the allergy along with the lung. So ever since then, every time he ate his favorite jam sandwich, it set off his allergy. He just thought his health was failing because he was getting older and working long hours. So when he was eating the sandwich on the day of the incident, the allergen was already making its way through his system. Exactly. And by the time the horse strangled him, oh, the horse picked him up. Oh, okay. It's slightly clear now. The horse picked him up by like the scruff of his jacket and was choking him? That still doesn't seem like a strangle to me. He was already going into anaphylactic shock, but it looked like it was caused by the horse. And since his wife kept smuggling him sandwiches like she was the Harriet Tubman of exotic preserves, that's what kept giving him relapse after relapse. But because he didn't have any pre-existing allergies before his lung transplant, we kept looking for something else, anything else. But 3-ring Superman here is really just allergic to the tangy, sweet-smelling kryptonite jam in his sandwiches. Now, Richie has to stay away from anything made with cashews, including his favorite jam. Small price to pay for being able to breathe. House, come quick. We got an emergency in the clinic. Oh my god, he's playing the game! He's playing House for DS on a DS Lite. Oh, that's so good. That's so good, dude. Dr. House has a white DS Lite confirmed. Well, when you put it like that. Patient has abnormal amount of body hair, fangs, and a tail. Okay, where is this? Patient? Patient's unbelievably skinny. House? Add lethargy as a symptom. What causes anorexia and lethargy? Come on, people. The patient could die unless we act now. Do you really want us to do a differential on a monkey? I don't have time for this. Where'd you get this monkey? Guy at the circus lent him to us. Why? That's what I thought. It's tuberculosis, which is common in captive primates. The only problem is, now we have to quarantine the whole building. What? Everyone in this hospital may have already been contaminated, and we're gonna have to euthanize the monkey. We have to put him down? Taub, confirm with the tuberculin test. 13, go get me a thoracic radiograph. Oh, and everyone? Psych. You mean, you were kidding? The monkey doesn't have TB? No, the monkey has a runny nose. Start him on Kleenex, stat. And one more thing. Don't try to prank a prankster. Ever. Now, for my next tune. Oh, hi. Give it to me. You hear that, folks? She wants me to give it to her. And now, in tribute to Jimi Hendrix, I will light this guitar on fire. You wouldn't. Would you like to test that theory? No! Fine then, just answer the question. What's the deal with this guitar? Here we go. The answer we've been waiting for. The guitar, you dumbass, was for you. Pardon? It was gonna be a surprise gift for your next birthday. Oh. But just like everything else, you've even managed to screw up the simple concept of a surprise gift. I could always pretend to be surprised. You still are giving it to me on my birthday, right? Was it something I said? Alright, that was it. That was the final episode of House for the Nintendo DS. You've done great work here at Princeton Plainsboro. You're now a full fellow. That's it? That's all the epilogue you get is he's a full fellow? That sucked. That game was really good though, very amazing game. Is there a credits in here? Is there any credits? Yeah, credits. Okay, who's the writer? Whoever wrote this has to come back and write another one. Story and dialogue, Ari Kaplan. Oh my God, Ari Kaplan. Ari Kaplan is a legend. I wonder if he realizes that House DS is his masterpiece. I should buy a copy of this game and then email him and say, will you sign this? That's my new goal.